disturbing visuals. As I was telling you at the beginning, no one is going to be a real winner in the war. Look at the way the tension has now escalated. Israel seems to have upped the offensive, as they said they would, against Hezbollah in Lebanon. These are the visuals which are now coming in, showing the way Israel has put up, the IDF has put out about how they are escalating. You can see huge big tanks which have come out as well. This is escalation of tension in the Middle East, with big tanks rolling in when it comes to Israel against the Hezbollah. In fact, these are the visuals you can see there on your screens, and these are very disturbing because it's not just missiles or drones. You can see tanks which have been lined up. Israel is giving an open threat, saying that we are going to bring out the big guns. These are the kind of equipment which have been prepared by Israel, as it says that it is going to demolish Hezbollah in Lebanon. You can see how the theater of war has expanded way, way beyond Iran. Not just by Iran, but also by Israel, by upping the offensive in Lebanon as well. South of Lebanon is where they are making these tactical strikes, especially which are going to be targeting Hezbollah. In fact, Israel has several times in the past also said, given warnings that we are going to strike at the Hezbollah headquarters, which is why asking civilians to leave that area. But with these visuals which are now coming in, this is a clear warning coming in from Israel that yes, they are ready to strike. Remember, this at a time when the war has already entered the 18th day. You have Israel showing no signs of letting up and saying that the offensive against Hezbollah is only going to now get even more such strikes are being planned. There are more visuals now coming in from Lebanon. We are going to be now shifting focus across, taking you across to these very disturbing visuals coming in from Kabul. This is what Tolo News has now put out. Dramatic moment when U.S. Embassy, the CRAM air defense, shoots down incoming drone in Baghdad. Is where we are getting you the visuals from in Iraq. These are the visuals that you can see, and you'll see suddenly there you have it. You can see one of the strikes being neutralized. However, what we do know is that at least one of these strikes, these defense may have shot down the incoming drone. However, at least one of the drones, when it was intercepted, had gone and landed, causing some amount of damage to the U.S. Embassy in Iraq, in Baghdad to be very precise. But this is the dramatic moment. You can see that black plume of smoke going up in the air. There is someone who appears to be of the security forces who's manning the street, this patrol, and then you see this black plume of smoke there, right there, going up in the air. That was the moment when one of the drones was neutralized by the forces there. Remember, there are joint forces who are ensuring the safety and helping in countering the strikes which have been coming in from Iran, and these forces are from both Israel and US are helping Iraq keep its to defend its airspace. This was a strike which was meant to be on the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad, which was neutralized. However, reports on the ground are suggesting that at least one of the drone interceptions had caused some level of damage at the U.S. Embassy. Let me go across to Rishabh, who's joining us with more details. Rishabh, what do you know about this strike on Baghdad at the U.S. Embassy? So far, it appears that there may have been some damage. Any kind of confirmation?
As of now, there is no confirmation about any damage that has come in officially, if we say. There are claims that there is a damage that has been reported from the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad. And remember, this is not the first time that this, compound of U.S. Embassy in Baghdad has been attacked in last 18 days as this conflict rages on. Anything U.S. in the region is under scanner for Iran is what IRGC suggests. And, we have seen U.S. Embassy in Riyadh, U.S. Embassy in Baghdad, U.S. bases in the region getting attacked. U.S. Embassy in Baghdad is the latest one. As of now, we cannot confirm the extent of damage or, for that matter, if there has been any loss of material or life. But yes, the footage that has come in, the images that are being shown on the screen showcases that yes, there is some amount of damage. The extent would only be known once the official statement comes in from U.S.
tracking the developments on that front, Rishabh. We are going to come back to you. So Rishabh says that there has been no confirmation of any kind of a strike or a hit so far at the US Embassy. However, officially there is no such confirmation. We are going to wait and see if there are more details which are coming in. But with that, there